Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to a special episode of the Chucklers Undercover. I'm Matt, ManicProfessor.
Kevin, KingCarnage.
Closure Skill at 80, Chris.
All right, and in about a week's time, it's going to be our 12-year anniversary, which we ain't done one of these in how many fucking years?
Oh, man.
We haven't recorded a video.
Many girlfriends ago.
Fucking whole ass fiance ago for me, but.
And a kid.
No, man.
But we figured it would be a good enough time to just sit around, hang around, fucking talk, tell stories,
Shoot the shit.
There's
catch up. How's everybody doing? I know we've been away for a while. It's okay. Alone. What's everybody been up to though?
Oh, work.
Kid.
All right, come on, guys. We got to do better than work. You know, everybody knows the traditional work. You know, it's fucking work.
I have a tiny human.
He's got a tiny human. How
I
is
have
that?
2 albums now.
One thing has not changed. He is still infatuated with potatoes.
I will always be infatuated with potatoes.
Yeah.
I know his next birthday present. I'm gonna get him a potato patch.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Mr. Potato Head.
No,
Yeah.
man, that's old and played out, bro. I'm gonna buy him a biker jacket that says potato patch. It's just
Hey, I'll wear it with fucking pride.
I got you, man.
Shit.
I mean,
Anyway,
I got a baby potato.
And herein lies
Poor
the problem.
Charlotte.
This is where the problem starts. This is the root. Okay, this is the baby potato.
It's just Charlotte.
I mean, I understand. Does she like more than potatoes?
Yes.
Amazing.
She loves
this
pizza.
is the. Yes. Okay.
Anyways.
Well, it's been a long ass time since we've just even like been in the same room and hung out, so it's going to be
This is gonna be kind of
interesting.
odd, off the wall, spontaneous, out of pocket shit you've ever seen right here. Okay, just
When are we ever in pocket?
I hardly ever have pockets.
Fair enough.
I don't wear pants.
I mean, I got pockets right now. You know,
I got
Hey,
nothing
important.
but pockets.
Of course,
But-
always got 10 pockets. He's got pockets with the pocket.
I do, as a matter of fact,
See?
have a pocket with a pocket.
with the pocket
Yeah.
again. Always. He's got like
I mean,
6
I've got
pockets in one.
A lot of
Beep, beep.
pockets. I
Don't
got some
do that.
pockets, see?
Look, he's got like 4 pockets, and I got 2.
It happens.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, Kevin,
Yes.
so this is normally the part where we tell a story.
Oh, it's story time.
It's story time.
Okay.
So, Kevin, I believe, has a good story.
I'll sit back and relax for
Yes.
this.
Yeah, same
Okay, so take a trip with me, okay? Now, me and my brother, for a while, we used to watch these shows, these TV shows, these ghost hunters, you know, Taps and all these guys, and Ghost Adventures. Used to be a thing of mine back in the day, right now. I'm a believer. I believe that there's shit out there you just don't fuck with, okay? Because that shit fuck with you, and then you ain't going to be the same ever since, okay? So I understand this, right? Well, I kind of fell out of the habit a little bit, you know, me and my brother and stuff. Well, I'm like, it interests me, but I ain't about to go out of my way to search it up. Well, my brother, he's the type, he's like, hey, I got free time. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm going to go do it. So he's been a couple of times, and he's showed me some stuff, and I'm like, dude, nah. I have questions, right? I want to see this for myself. And so he's like, okay, and I'm like, so where are we going? And he's like, Oakwood Cemetery in Spartanburg. Now, at first, I was like, sure, yeah, cool, let's do it, right? It sounds fun. Yeah, I did my research, to be honest. Some of the stuff you hear about this place don't sound too fun, like, but I'm a trooper, right? And so my brother, he's pitching this idea to me a little while ago, about a week or 2 or something. And this is just yesterday that the story is taking place. Know this, okay? I'm still kind of recovering from this. It's weird. And he hits me up. He's like, hey, you want to go with me? What day you off? And I'm like, I don't know. It'll probably be, you know, normal Monday or something like that. It changes from time to time. It can alter from, not important. I'm like, yo, well, something happened at work. We lost a lot of people. I've been off for a week. We're starting back this next week. Not important either. What is important is we make the plan to go and do this little fiasco yesterday. Well, this fiasco. I was like, oh, yeah, My nephew had made the pitch when he was pitching the idea to me. He was like, I want to go. That'd be fun. That sounds like a hell of a time. I'm like, all right, cool. We got another victim of the fucking terror or whatever you want to call it. At this point, I've done my research, and this place has had rituals done here. It's had like slaves hang here. This place has a very, very intricate background, and it's really big. Like, there's at least, I'd say, if you go to a normal graveyard, this thing's like 4 times that size. Okay, and so it's about an hour so-ish away from where we're at. And I'm like, okay, so we load up, and my brother, he's got these nice little apps and these little cameras and these little devices and stuff, and he's like, yeah, I got all this stuff throughout my times coming out here, and each time he catches something. He showed me the videos of it, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. He's got the little EMF detector, he's got the little works, the little devices, he's set up for it. We're like, all right, we got battery packs, we're set up. And
Sorry to interrupt. I am going to bring this a little bit closer because it is.
So, I'm like, all right, bro's got this taken care of, so make sure we got the stuff to power this stuff, the batteries, the other stuff. We're pulling up to this place, and I shit you not, this place is literally right behind a housing development. And the only thing separating this graveyard from this housing development is a stone wall with a gate. And I'm like, I seen the picture of this.
Yeah, I've got a pretty specific mental image of this.
I've seen the picture of this. But what a picture can't do for you is the feeling you get when you go past that gate. It is a completely different feeling. Like you were in a beautiful...
Could you cue up the Undertaker's theme song?
It is a...
Don't actually do that.
It is
to get copyright.
Beautiful sight, dude. Like the neighborhood is beautiful, right? These are 2-story, 3-story houses, nice cars, boats sitting out in front, and then just as you get behind their house, it's brick wall and fucking just a scary ass gate. The gate's open, so you can't even see the actual gate until you get in the place and you look back and you see the gate looks like the old, think traditional graveyard gate, just big enough for a car to go through at this point. And the whole place has a motorway around it. And my brother's like, all right, so we're pulling in, and immediate conversation that comes out of mine, my nephew, and my brother's mouth, but it was us who issued the conversation. My nephew goes, does anybody else feel like it's hard to breathe? And I'm like, yeah, it is. It is very hard. It's like almost a major weight just hit the shoulder as soon as you got in this place. So you knew something was fucked up. Check it. Do y'all remember the weather yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rainy and stormy, right?
Felt nice.
It felt great, but it was stormy and rainy, right?
Yeah.
This is the best time to be out there trying to do what we're doing. Or you could argue that it's the worst time. Right?
Fair enough.
Depending on how things come about. Anyway, we're going to skip past this. We're making our little rounds. He's giving us a little motorcade through this place, just showing us the different areas. They got a kids section where most of the kids are buried. They've got ex-convict area. They've got mothers area. They've got specific family sections. They've got like a old war section. It's all kind of broken down into sections, right? But there is some... Listen, there are graves in the woods. In the woods. Like walking through the woods, look over gravestone. Who put that there? Why would you put that there? It's not even 50 yards away from a fucking railroad. It's not even... It's 80 feet from the actual cemetery grounds. Why is there a grave in the middle of the woods? So we're taking this little motorcade around with my brother in his big blue truck, and we're getting the stuff right. We're smoking cigarettes. He's showing us the stuff where he had encountered the experiences and stuff, and we're just like trying to take it all in. Well, we stopped at the inmate section, where all the bad inmates were, where all the people that were supposed to be inmates buried. We stopped there, and we were getting the equipment ready. Well, he said, you know what, we're going to go over here to the kids section, because that was where the pinwheel was. That was constantly spinning whenever he got there the last time, and he waited for 5 minutes, got out, went up to it, and as soon as he walked up to it, it stopped spinning, like instant, just stops. He said, this is where all the stuff that I've caught has happened. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna get out right here, and we're gonna start, right? We're all got our equipment. We got speakers attached to phones. We have phones that can pick up on like feedback. We can see electromagnetic fields as they get bigger or smaller. We've got EMF meters. We've got little balls that we can put on places, and if it gets even slightly touched, kind of like a cat toy, the little flashy ones.
Yeah, I got you.
But when they paw it, it takes a serious force. But now we use the similar situation, only it's a little ball, and you just set it there. It's got a little stand that it puts on. And all it takes is a touch, and it'll trigger. If you don't touch it, it won't trigger. It will not trigger. It takes an actual like vibration of the ball to make it trigger. I'm like, okay. I'm over here grabbing this thing. I'm shaking it. It don't light up. I'm shaking it, right? Shaking it. Like, it won't light up. Put it on the thing and tap it. Starts. Right? And I'm like, okay, so it's really, like, you got to be delicate with the touch, right? If you're trying to, like, jostle it around, it won't. So we're out here. At first, it was just simple stuff like, okay, you know, how are you guys doing? Blah, blah, blah. Nobody said names. This didn't happen until later. Nobody said any names. We were just like, hello, we're out here to talk to you guys. Blah, blah, trying to be respectful. Okay? Now, I have a phone that has a stick figure reader app on it. Paid for. Okay. A stick reader app on the phone. Now, these things can be tampered with, right? Like, apps are finicky things.
Paid for it.
Yes, a paid app. It's like $1.99. It's him. He paid for it. He's okay with it. I mean, if you got the money, why not?
I mean, fair.
You know what I'm saying? It's $1.99.
Yeah.
You buy it once, you don't have to buy it again. Updates every so often. It updated right before we got there. Which is what he had to do for about 5 minutes. Anyway. So it's got this stick figure thing, and you just aim your camera at it, and it'll just look at things. And then suddenly, like 8 little dots popped up in a ball. Like they were all touching each other. And then, not even like half a second later, it turned into a fucking, like a fucking figure. That was just standing there. By a tree.
Dude, is his story really that boring?
No, I'm just tired.
There's nothing by this tree. Nothing.
It's actually terrifying. I'm terrified right now.
I'm like, alright, yo, what's happening? And it disappears. And so I asked it, I was like, was that you by the tree? And my nephew was holding the EMF reader, and it spikes. So I asked it, was that you that come walking by us? And the response was, yes. I'm here. Who's here? I started, popping off with some questions. I'm like, who is this? And we got a name. The name was Thomas. I'm like, okay, Thomas, is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Like, obviously you find it intriguing enough to come up to us and like interact with our stuff. So, want to tell us anything? And we started getting these, it's dangerous. It's scared. I'm scared. My nephew was going to go put the flashlight on the gravestone so we could do a little flashlight. And as soon as he went to put it down, we got a voice that said, "Leave me alone." So he picks the flashlight back up and puts it in his pocket and says, "Okay, I'm leaving."
All we've been doing.
Sounds like some EMF right there.
So I was like, "Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. It might, you might actually make a man. Let's just. So what's going on? Why can't you? Why don't you want us to? And it said stream. We're like, okay, stream. What? I was like, bro, is there a stream? He goes, yeah. I was like, okay, so there's a stream nearby. And we were like, okay. He goes, I think it's over by the railroad. And so after asking him about the stream, he tells me there's a railroad, and I'm like, oh, you can bank. We're going there. But before we go there, we stop by a section between the kids section and the prisoner section. It's like a little strip. Now, pay attention to this because this is something I didn't share with y'all before this. Okay, this is a little section right here in the woods, like on the edge of the woods, all family. Okay, this comes important at the very end, but not yet. All right, so we're walking through and I'm paying attention to all this, and I remember seeing a Charlie on this grave, and I'm like, funny, that's my brother's name, right? Right, and then it's a Charles, and then another Charles Jr. Charles, and another person, and a wife, and 2 wives, and like a whole family is buried here. And I'm like, okay, so we're walking past it. This is also right next to, close to the pinwheel grave that my brother was standing at. And so we're going towards the inmate section, and as we're going to the inmate section, we had done jumped in the truck. Starting to rain. We're going to wait out the rain. We drive over here to the inmate section. We'll get our stuff right. We'll get our, check our batteries, check our equipment, make sure everything's good. We're square, right? We got plenty of juice. Okay? We're sitting here, rain starts, it gets pretty heavy, so we're like, whatever, smoke a cigarette. Smoke a cigarette. Grab you a drink. Had a couple in the cooler. I wish I had a beer. Would have been way better, but we're cool.
Which reminds me.
So, as we're sitting here, I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm going to continue. So we put the stuff up, and I'm talking. I'm like, I kept referring to the guy, Thomas, that the name that kept, we got plenty of names. Elizabeth, I mean, it was so many names, but most of them, with this type of stuff, you can kind of tell what's fake and what's not, what's odd. You might hear a word, but that word might not be audible. I don't know what the hell that's got to do with the price of tea in China, bro, but that ain't got nothing to do with what I talked to you about, or what I asked you about. So I got to just discredit that as nothing. But see, I'm a very, 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 picture graphic / key point memory type person. So I remember things as they happen to me. And if it's important or it's something that I'm very about, I'm going to pay attention. And so I'm hearing these names, and I got the name Thomas twice. We got the name Charles 4 times. 4. Remember, I just seen a tomb named Charlie, and then right beside that, seen the name says Charles Jr. and Charles Sr. This is a story for just a few minutes. We pull up to the inmate section, and I'm like, okay. As we're driving through, I have the thing on. I did not ask a question, and I got 3 voices. It's like a program that kind of picks up on static noise and picks out something in a database similar to what it's hearing. And it updates words as it hears them. So we talk and we ask questions, and then it asserts its, you can see what you're saying on the screen at the time, and then you'll see what it says. We're driving, my brother's driving, I'm over here with this thing, and I'm just looking around. I look over, and when I do, we hear something that says, wait. I was like, wait. I looked at my bro to tell him to stop the car, and they said, stop. And so I told my brother to stop the car. I asked this voice, why did they ask me to stop? And it says, I'm bored. I'm like, well, why are you bored? You got everybody around here, the spirits and stuff.
If I was a ghost, that'd be the last thing I'd be bored.
Well, it says I'm bored, and I'm like, okay, well, why are you bored? There's a whole, from what I'm hearing, there's a bunch of people out here with you. Why are you so bored? And I said, well, what's your name? It'd be easier to talk to you if it's whatever your name is. And I got the name Angel. Now, this is something that I just recently thought about, and maybe I was a little skewed. Maybe the name wasn't Angel. Maybe that was whenever I asked Thomas where he was before we went to this section, and I thought he didn't respond to me. Maybe it was that spirit trying to tell me that he was by the angel that's in the actual cemetery, because there's one grave particular that is an angel.
A weeping
angel.
A weeping angel.
It was that was my thought. This was today thinking about it. Again, this is still coming off of some stuff that I'm not quite sure what happened. Okay, because we go to the inmate section, and I'm thinking I'm talking to another spirit, and I think the name of this spirit is Angel, and this spirit is talking about how they're bored. So I start trying to drill why are you bored, you know? Well, if you're bored and I'm here, you can talk to me, I'll talk to you, you know what I mean? Touch the thing, push the button, touch the ball, talking to this, hit this, whatever you got, I'll talk, right? And I feel lonely is the response that I got, and I'm like, well, you know,
Bored
that's
and lonely.
that's common with the situation you're in, and at this point, me and my nephew are about to damn crack up because at this point, I'm feeling like I'm talking to nothing, right? And I'm like, well, you're kind of in a fucked up situation. If I am talking to a spirit, of course you feel lonely. No shit, right?
It is raining.
But
Is it really?
Yep. Just now it's starting. Now I'm starting.
Oh
to see it.
yeah, sure is.
so
The windows are up, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. I'm not sure, but
I
I
hope
hope
so.
so. If not, oh well.
Not oh well.
I ain't trying to stop it for a break.
I can pause if you need to.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we'll pause.
Pause. One
To be
second.
continued.
Yes. So.
It was raining and his windows were down. So
It happens, unfortunately, but
I don't know if you can see this on the screen, but I am polka dotted now. So.
oh yeah, a
Yes.
little bit.
not polka dotted.
Oh yeah. Dark blue and light blue, brother.
Wasn't it orange at one time? They both were wings.
Yes. Orange polka dot? Yes. Yes, because we had that fucking torrential downpour, and I had the bright orange shirt on, so it was like brightness and even fucking brighter.
Anyways, back to our story.
Anyway, sorry. So we're pulling around a section with the inmates and stuff, and I've spoken to this angel, I guess. I'm not sure what to take of it. And we start having a conversation, talk about being lonely and bored, and I'm like, well, you know, like, well, if you were just over there and you were okay, right? You preferred to be there. That was everything you were saying sounded like you enjoyed being there over here, but you said it was scary, right? Like, why is it scary? And then we kind of lost contact with you. So what's going on? Why are we not? Well, what's happening? Like, what's got you scared? And the response was the hag. No,
The hag?
The hag. That's what it said. The hag.
Hey, listen, I hear not
And I'm
liking your
like-
wife, but that's something else.
I'm like, okay. Now, this is something that I have heard of in the whole history of this stuff, and I decided to look up what that was, a hag or the hag, and it's supposed to be like a thing. Let's just say a thing, like graveyard thing, right? Like a spirit there, or whatever the case. And I'm like, okay, so there's like this bad spirit in this place now. I know this. They're telling me about this, or at least that's what I'm getting from this conversation, because this now is starting to arise. Like, I've heard that there, like, bad things here has been said multiple times. And so I'm like, okay, bad things here, bad things here, bad things here. Obviously, you're going to tell me that. You might think I'm the bad thing.
Yeah.
And you're normal, right? That might be it. Bad things here. That could be it.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's kind of a personal question.
Okay.
All right, so this is just has very little. Well, actually, it does have a lot to do with your story.
Okay.
But if hypothetically speaking, here, all right,
Mm-hmm.
hypothetically speaking, if a ghost decided it was just gonna come after your ass, and it's just Casper just on its way toward you.
Don't get
What
stupid,
would
I'm
you
coming
do?
For that booty.
There you go.
I'm praying, bro. I mean,
praying.
I'm praying. Yeah, bro. I'm praying out. What else am I
Because,
supposed to
well,
do?
well,
Shit.
think about it, man. Like a ghost, you can run, but you cannot hide. A ghost can go through walls.
That's why I said,
They
what
can,
else
like,
am I supposed to do but
yeah.
pray? What you want me to do? Go seek out the Pope?
I mean,
Well, what could the Pope do?
I don't know. I mean, the
he's
Vatican?
not a little boy anymore, so.
You know, at that point, you're going to need an exorcism or... Stop. We are so sorry. Not really, but yeah. Anyway. So yeah, what am I supposed to do? Like what would you do?
Well, okay.
Because I mean, I'd have to call up a damn exorcist.
There are
or
two
something.
things I would do. All right?
Okay.
Two things I would do. It's a two-step process.
Pick your shit up and get out.
Close.
Basically.
Step one, place head firmly between your legs
Oh, okay.
Step 2,
Kiss that ass.
kiss your
go.
ass goodbye.
I thought you were going to turn into Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, see, this is the
No.
thing, okay?
Gonna
Because
roll
at this
out.
point, I'm not
I don't have
feeling
the
like
spine for that.
I'm not feeling threatened or nothing, right? I'm not feeling threatened. I'm just feel like I'm having a conversation. And yo, I'm gonna be honest. To have went out into this place expecting nothing, like yo, we're about to go out here and just fucking hold a camera and shit for fucking hours and maybe have some shit happen. Maybe. Bro, I was not expecting to have my motherfucking head talked off by something. I was not. Alright, and it was telling me stuff. It was talking about the hag, and I'm like, oh, who's the hag?
So just to be clear, this is from an app that you paid for, right?
Yeah, well,
That
not just the app.
translates.
You got this little thing that you can put down somewhere, and it's got 5 lights.
Like,
It's
this
an
ain't a
EMS
Ouija
field.
board.
No. This is actual devices. Like, one is an electromagnetic field sensor. It senses when electromagnetic fields come in close proximity to this thing. We were actually testing it on the, like, while we were going there because we had speakers. All speakers have a magnet. If this thing works, it's going to trigger that magnetic field sensor to go up. Well, as soon as you put the speaker close to your phone, your fucking EMF meter jumps straight up to 100.
Sounds like some EM fuckery right there.
Right, and so it's like you can kind of, this little device is a red light, and it won't stay lit up unless it's there.
I'm a skeptic, though.
I understand.
Yeah.
Again, I come to this expecting the skeptical part of it. And so this is after we were just at the kids section. We didn't get much. We just went through the whole inmate section, and I was talking to this angel, and it was telling me about the hag, and then I started asking questions about the lady in white, the one that I hear about in all of the YouTube videos. I have read articles about the shit, like, from the area, speaking on a ghostly figure that has appeared in people, and shortly after they're dead.
One thing I have learned since I've had Charlotte is that apparently little kids can see ghosts and figures.
Yes.
Because when
So
she
can
was,
dogs.
when she first started walking and talking, and her mom still lives in Canada, North Carolina, her boyfriend's dad is dead. He's passed on. Charlotte looked at the picture of his dad and was like, I talked to him last night. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you.
You've
And
seen The Sixth Sense,
This is
right?
out.
Yeah.
This is purely out of skepticism, dude. Like I'm telling you, when I say I believe in ghosts, but I don't believe that they're just. I think that there's a response to most everything, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you're in the middle of a fucking cemetery. What kind of fucking electromagnetic field is just gonna pop out of nowhere?
Right? I mean,
Just pop out of nowhere. You would think cell phone. Okay, here's the problem. What happens when you put your phone in this airplane mode? It turns off all networking electronics, meaning you won't get a signal out that phone to save your ass in airplane mode. If your airplane mode's on, you ain't getting a signal out to save your ass, okay? So all of our shit's on airplane mode. Why are we having fucking a meter that's literally constantly just pegging itself, staying lit up when we're talking to it? This is not normal, right? And like I said, I didn't feel threatened. Once they started talking about the hag, though.
what exactly is a hag?
Okay, so a hag is basically a really ugly, decrepit old woman.
Well,
Like
I mean, I've
a
noticed
witch.
That much,
But
but I didn't know
in-
there was like a different meaning for it with ghosts.
Oh, well, with the
That's what I'm
spiritual world,
thinking.
it's like a border keeper.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like a border keeper.
So like
the
between the
hag.
afterlife in our world.
Right. And I gathered that because after we got done with the convict section, or the inmate section as they call it, it's all on a board, like you can walk up to the board and see it. After we got done there, we decided that we were going to make another trip around. And then we were going to go back to the kids section because we were getting some hard hits at the kids section. We were going to go back there and check it out. This time, though, we were going to the railroads and the stream. This is the part I was telling you guys about. There was a part I left out there, though.
Oh god.
So we get around, and we're going to looping back around this place, and we got to go around the Civil War section. We're in a car at this point, and we get the thing on the button that says stop. So I told him, stop, like, stop the car. We started talking, and I started talking about the hag. I was like, so the other spirit on the other side was talking about that it was scary over there. is this the scary area? Right? Is this where the scary's at? Right? Is this where the hag's at? And the moment I asked, our meter jumped up to a 5, stayed at a 5, and I got the most fucking creepiest voice across the speaker that says yes. Okay, I know who I'm talking to now.
I think I would have shit myself and ran.
I said, my next question was, why do you keep tyrannizing all the spirits around here? Why are you being mean? Right? Why are you being mean to them? Why are you scaring them? And the only response I got to that after about a minute was, I protect.
Oh.
And I was like, you protect from what? Like, it sounds like you're being a tyrant. You're scaring
This is the
people.
hag talking
yes.
here, right?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
He assumes.
Assume.
Okay.
You never know really if that's who you're talking to. You're just talking to something. I mean, obviously these words ain't coming out of nowhere. Oh, they could be. We could be hearing a radio station, but you would hear it frequently.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be like I ask a question and I get a direct response to it. That wouldn't happen with the radio.
Like, if this is the app doing this, my first thought is like ChatGPT is like so
Right.
fucking powerful
Right.
at this point that like.
But see,
you
the
could
other
easily-
devices that we are actually touching, like one is just a little voice recorder. It's not an app. It's just a little recorder, right? This is some of the voices we're catching is on this little recorder that we can't hear it. It's not out here. I didn't hear nobody stand up to me and say, yeah. The fuck? Where did that come from? You know what I mean? Like, did you hear? You were standing right next to me because I said, my buddy's got a device in his hand, touch it. Did you hear anybody walk up next to us and say, yeah? No. Okay, then that's obviously something that we didn't hear. And I'm like, okay, so some of this stuff is like, I'm trying to debunk things, but the more I try to debunk things aren't adding up. And I'm like, okay. So I'm talking to the hag, right? I'm like, hey, why are you being a tyrant? I protect. Protecting from what? It sounds like you're being a tyrant. You're scaring the other spirits. You're trying to, and all of a sudden it just stops, right? It just stopped. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to try to push the issue a little bit. This is the one attempt that I had, that I was actually trying to push for an answer. I said, well, if you're so scary, then why don't you do something? Why don't you, like, protect this place from some of us or something, right? Like,
And I'm
do
just
something.
picturing Casper just.
I'm just
And I'm like,
picturing
all I'm
the truck
picturing.
being shook.
And I'm like, why don't you do something? And it says, it's scary. And I'm like, what's scary? I thought, but you're scary, right? If I'm talking to the hag, you're scary. And so I asked, I said, Angel, is that you? Yes. I was like, oh, are you in the car with us? Yes.
Ooh.
If you're in the car, can you touch the device in my friend's hand in the back seat? And as soon as I said, can you touch the device in my friend, that son of a bitch turned red and stayed there.
Okay.
This is sitting right next to him, back seat of my truck, sitting right out there. Him, my dog, it.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Yes.
All right. Another kind of personal question. Why didn't you hotbox with the ghost?
We did.
So you got
Understood.
the ghost high.
Remember whenever I said we were charging our stuff and smoking cigarettes? Code talk. Why do you think it was? Right. So we did. That's what I'm saying. Like at this point, I'm feeling okay. I'm sure I'm kind of getting vested in this situation because I just think I talked to the bad guy of the chapter, right? Like this is the bad person, and then all of a sudden I'm scared.
They all don't seem like good people.
Well, I mean, it obviously they're not. They didn't scratch me. They didn't hurt me. They were talking. I mean, what is that? Ain't a bad person,
They didn't try to wreck the truck.
right? Correction. I did find a lug nut on the side of the road, but it was not ours.
How would you know?
Because our car has caps over all of the hubs
Okay.
except one, and that one had all lug nuts.
Okay.
But this is something that I found this when I had a thought to go back to the kids section. Pause, because that's a later conversation. So we're coming back around this Confederate section, right? And this is coming right up to the kids section, and it kind of cutting it back, kind of like a Florida little shape in the woods, right?
Florida Panhandle.
Yeah, like it's it's almost that shape, but this is the area where you can see the pathways leading to the railroad. So this is the stereotypical spot that, like you're saying, the little kids, the creepy shit, this is where that starts. Because at this point, we've had a couple conversations in the area, right? And we're all kind of skeptical, but most of us are starting to, like, fully tune in on what we're trying to ask and come to the conclusion of. So, what ends up happening is we're doing a little voice session, this, that, the other, and we're like, you know what? To the train tracks. This is the part I was telling you guys about where it was kind of creepy because everything was like fucking on the shoulders even more at this point. We get up to this train track and it was a bitch to get down the hill just to go up to the train track. But the train track's on a big, well, it's the gravel hill that they build and then they got the train. Yeah. But it's like fucking a steep hill and then the bank that leads down to the stream is even bigger. And I'm like, ain't no fucking way I'm trying to go the fuck down there. I already climbed my fat ass up here to the top of this son of a bitch. I ain't going down there. Well, we start talking, and I start talking to the you know, if you look the place up, you'll see stories about the lady in white. So I start thinking they say that they see her all the time on the railroad tracks. And so I'm like, this is that spot. This is that spot. I want to be like, I want to talk to you. I want to see what you about. Are you good? Are you bad? I was not expecting shit. All right, I was expecting to come out here and be on the railroad track. Hey, look, the railroad, this, that. Hey, turn around and go home. No, when asking about the lady in white, I'm 1,000% sure that's who I was talking to. I asked a couple of questions. Are you buried here? Yes. How long you been here? Over 400 years.
Yeah, fuck that.
Listen, the closest tombstone I seen in there was early 18s, late 17s. And do you understand how old you have to be? Listen, that motherfucker was here in the 1600s. If that's a spirit, it's caught up in some shit, right? Like, I don't know if I want to be talking to this spirit anymore. Like, it's making, like, at this point, after I've clarified that this is what happened, and it told me 400 years, because every voice to this point has been simple. It has been either a little kid voice that you'll hear, or a man voice, or a woman voice. But the 400 years was not any of that. It was straight up, almost like I'm staring into the biggest deep voice motherfucker in the universe, and they just looked at me and said 400 years. And I'm like, okay. I get very uncomfortable. I even tell my brother, I am so uncomfortable right now. This is not good. I don't like this feeling at all.
I'd be scared she'd be coming back home with me.
Well, it was at this time I actually, my little necklace, my little wooden cross necklace, I'm over here and I'm like, please, Lord, don't let anything from here follow me home. I don't want none of that. Right? None of that, please. None of that.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kevin.
This place, what?
I'm getting a bad vibe just hearing this story, especially with the thunderstorm going on.
Well, I mean,
outside.
dude, that's why I say, like, the weather right now is exactly like it was there. It's not any different. It was just the rain is worse now than it was there. But, all right, so we're up on the railroad tracks, right? And we're fucking walking, and I'm talking to the lady in white. I think, anyway. Again, remember, all this is speculation. I don't know who I was really talking to. I don't know what was actually coming through the microphone thing. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say definitively this shit was happening. Like, I can tell you this. Out of all the people that's went here for this purpose, I'm not the only one to experience some shit like this, so it's got to be something. All right? Just say it.
I sure as hell ain't going nowhere near
a place like that has a reputation being called Hell's Gates. I'm going to trust what they say after having my experience at that joint, because while we're up here on this railroad, we're walking back towards the kids section. We're still talking, we're still doing our thing, but we all wanted to get going. We had heard about a stream, and it was here where we found out that the stream was down the hill from us. But to get down there, it would be every bit of a 40-foot, like, steep hill. Like, it ain't like a cliff, but it's a steep hill. You ain't just going to climb down it, right? You're going to roll down it. That's what's about to happen.
Rumbling, tumbling, and bumbling.
Yeah, for real. And I'm like, okay. And plus, this place is bad. Look, I'm seeing poison ivy everywhere. If y'all have ever heard a story, I don't know if I brought it up in any of the past Chucklers or not. I think I have before, though. I am highly allergic to this shit. I will swell up like a fucking overcooked hot dog, okay? And then I'm fucking breaking out in hives and terrible. So I'm walking through this shit. Thankfully, I have my shoes, and I wiped them down with some alcohol before I left. That way there will be some alcoholic residue on my shoes. And then I had blue jeans on to protect my legs from the leaves. So I ain't got to worry about it. Just want to get home, strip, take care of business, right? We're going back towards the kids section, and we're talking. And I ask again, I was like, well, Thomas, this is where I spoke to you last. Are you here? And I get a yes. And I'm like, okay. Okay, so Thomas, where'd you go? I've been trying to talk to you the whole time I've been out here. You know what I mean? I was over there trying to find you. What happened? It's scary. What's scary? Over there. Okay. You mean over there with the hack? Yes. Okay, well, why do you go over there? It's boring here. Okay.
Coach don't know what to
Were you the one that I talked to over there on the other side? I didn't get a response to that. I'm like, Thomas, but did we just go to the area that was supposed to be used for rituals and stuff? And the response was yes. All three of us at this point heard what sounded like a loud fucking thump come from behind us in the direction of the railroad. Like, almost like somebody had just taken a giant fucking body and dumped it down. Like, plump. Like a sack of potatoes when you throw it down, how it makes like that plump, and then it's done.
I bet they got all mashed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking A, man.
I figured I had to lighten the mood up somehow. I do have a pretty funny story about Charlotte.
Okay.
She was about... Oh, God. It's a toilet story.
Oh, God.
Sorry. She's gonna be 5 this year,
Yeah,
correct?
she'll be 5.
Okay.
She was a little bit over, almost 2, about a year and a half. Just started talking good. I went to the bathroom. She comes waddling her happy ass in the bathroom.
Was it number 1 or number 2? Okay.
Dude,
Oh.
I'm sitting there. She walks up to me.
That's dirty
I
business.
said, ma'am, can I please finish? She goes, what you doing? I said, I'm pooping, Charlotte. She goes, good job pooping, Daddy. Turns around and just walks out. Just patted me on the leg.
Thank you.
I
Thank
was
you.
like, okay, honey. It's just waddle her little happy ass off. Pretty as you please.
Oh man.
And there was another time she was in her bouncer. She was just about 7 months old. Started recording her. She's sitting there bouncing. All of a sudden, she just goes. I was like,
Oh, she just shit
ma'am,
herself, didn't she?
Did you really? She goes. She sits there and starts bouncing again. And I smelled something. All of a sudden, I'm like, okay. Got her up out of her bouncer. I caught the moment she took a massive shit in
It's
her
a
diaper.
shitastrophe.
So I got a story.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
This happened a few years back. So I took this road trip to a little town outside Butte, Montana.
God, here we go.
Now,
I've heard this shit before.
well, you were there when it happened, weren't you? So, oh, well. Anyways, I got some family that lives down that way. More specifically, my 7th cousin 3 times removed. This guy named Nathaniel. Now, Nathaniel, he's kind of a fuck up, okay? And that's putting it nicely, right? So, one summer I got invited to stay at Nathaniel's shack. He lived in a little shack right behind his parents' farm. Like I say, he's a fuck up, right? That's all he could, that's all he had.
Right.
It was a shack. And you walk inside, and in the corner there was a bunk bed set up, right? Homie slept on the top bunk, and the bottom bunk was just full of damn like crushed up beer cans and moist Playboys. It was fucking gross. Like even if I hit rock bottom, I'm never sleeping on the bottom bunk. So I bought one of those fold-away military cots, right? Slept in that fucker. Wasn't exactly the lap of luxury, but hey, you know what I'm saying?
Better than that shit.
Better
Yeah,
than
that
nothing.
shit.
Shelter is shelter.
Yeah.
So it's a couple of days before I'm supposed to leave. Nathaniel comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, I need a ride." Now keep in mind, Butte, Montana, right? About an hour outside of Butte. And I'm like, "What the fuck we need to go there for?" And he's like, "Well, you know, he's looking for a re-up, right? You know, he knows a guy there, right?" So it's like, well, you put it that way. Fuck it, let's go. So we drive over an hour to fucking Butte, Montana, and arrive at his plug's house. Now, this house is like by far the shadiest fucking house I've ever seen, right? 2 stories, fucking falling
Right,
apart.
you're really looking like a trap
Boarded
house
up-
right now, right? Yeah.
Boarded up windows.
Yeah, trap.
And somehow this shit was even weirder than the fucking shack that I was staying at an hour away. And so we roll up to this place, and Nathaniel's like, "Listen, man, if I ain't back in like 10 minutes, just, you know, go ahead and like check up on me, make sure I'm okay."
Why the fuck would I want to put myself in that situation too?
At
The
this
fuck?
point, I'm starting to get concerned
Get
that
the
I
fuck
might
up out
have.
of here, bro. You gonna be on your damn own.
We'll get to that. So he says, "If I ain't back in 10 minutes, go check."
on me.
I didn't want to check. 20 minutes pass. All right? And I'm still sitting right here, hands clenched on the driver's wheel, listening to fucking Deep Purple on the fucking radio. And I'm like,
I'm out of
fuck.
there, bro. I'm out.
Damn, man,
Fuck
what the
that.
fuck is taking him so long? So I make the fucking long trek.
Were you getting anything?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that
So
one.
you have money vested, okay? I'm just saying,
Please
there's no
the fifth,
fucking
yeah.
reason.
I'm pleading the
Ain't
fifth,
no
yeah.
reason I'm staying here waiting on this broke motherfucker to come back with his little 20 bag, and I'm sitting in a place I could get shot the fuck up. No, I'm
Well,
out.
also, I was staying at the fucker's place.
Well, that's cool. He
And
can
he's
pit that
family.
back. That's okay. He can pit that
and I don't
back.
know where the fuck I'm at. I have never been to
Damn.
Montana.
See, yeah, that's
Okay?
tough, man.
First time in Montana.
That's tough.
So, fucking 20 minutes pass. I finally am.
Shit.
Turn the car off, get up out there, close the car door, and I'm walking up. Now, like I said, all the windows were boarded up here. So,
Oh, there was people.
there was a peephole. Thank fuck there was, because, shit, I would have, you know, I was not going to knock on the door.
Oh, hell no.
Not going to knock on the door. So,
Be the dumb motherfucker to walk
Yeah.
up and knock too hard. You getting shot,
I
bro.
found a window that wasn't boarded up, and the blinds were kind of like ripped,
Rustled
where you can
ripped.
kind of see through it a little bit. And what I saw, I will never be able to unsee as long as I live. I saw Nathaniel ass up with the plug, ramming a plug up his ass. That's right, people. The Butte Plug was ramming a butt plug up poor Nathaniel. I got back in the car, sped off, got my things, and fucked all the way out of Montana, man. I ain't never going back there. And that's the end of the story.
Yeah, nah, I would have done that. Motherfucker took too long. I don't give a fuck. I ain't about to sit down.
One thing I've learned though in the 5 years of having kids is they say some of the most odd, off the wall.
Oh, they're the best. They're raw.
They say some of the most awful.
They don't.
things.
There's no filter. But I mean, that's the best part about it, no filter.
Hell,
They'll fucking tell
filters
you
are
if you're
an
doing stuff.
understatement.
Dude. Oh, another story. Well, I didn't finish the other one, but it's okay.
It'd
There
be
wasn't
okay,
much
yeah.
to that, right? There ain't much to that other story other than the fact that the motherfucker called me by my fucking name.
And
Yeah.
That shit kinda
That
got
would, that would
creepy.
freak me out.
That creepy right there. The motherfucker, like, we're talking, this is after all the other shit. We're going back around, doing our last little 2 loops or whatever. And it tells us to stop the car, calls me by my fucking name,
I'd have been out that bitch.
and
fast.
says, I'm here. And I'm like, okay, well, who are you? Like, who is here? Who is this that I'm talking to? Blah, blah.
I go to Spartanburg every time I go pick up Charlotte or drop her off.
Dude, no shit. If you, just ride around out there, you'll see what I'm talking about. Just loop it. Don't just loop.
I ain't fucking going out there. I know where it's
Like
at.
I say, you don't really interact with this stuff. You ain't gonna really notice the shit. It'll just be like a quick little loop through. You look at shit, it's gone. Like I said,
Knowing my luck with the shit I've already had happen in the house, people seeing a woman in white, my buddy Alex and Bambi's daughter, she said that she saw kids in here in a dream. Yeah.
Well, shit, like I say, if you ever get a whim and you're near the section, like I say, if you won't see what I'm talking about, just roll up there.
I'll take Denise with me.
There's a field house. There's a field house out there where people go play. That's what makes it so creepy, dude. It's just it's got a reputation, and it's right next to a field house section, like where they have like a soccer field and all types of shit.
Nah, God, no.
You see what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a really creepy scenario there, and that was the whole thing for me. Is it was like I've read the statements people have made about it. I've watched the videos of what other people have found at this motherfucker. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest.
I wouldn't sleep if I did that.
I slept okay. It wasn't like anything, I don't think anything followed me per se. I didn't really try to attach it to anything. I didn't really want anything trying to attach to me. It was more along the lines of just like, listen, I'm here. If you want to say something, by all means, do what you do. I'll listen. But, yeah, no, it was just one of those things, man. I ain't trying to play with it too much. It's just, it was an interesting little factor that I think a lot of people should pay attention to, because that shit is not fake. I do not think it is fake at all. Everything about my gut is usually right, and my gut is telling me that was not some fake shit that I was experiencing.
That seems terrifying.
Yeah, it was eye opening. It was a little eye opening.
I'm still skeptical though.
I mean, I am too, but until I actually... I mean, the most, like I told
Go
you
with us.
earlier...
Go with us. Spartanburg. Fair.
Alright, I'll go.
I'll talk to Charlie. I'll get him
The most, like, I've had happen here is all I hear... I've heard footsteps down the hallway. Everything happens on my side of the house where my fucking room is.
Of course.
That's where everything happens.
Well, the fact that the toy was through from over there.
Well, I mean, that was the only time that's ever happened. Everything else happens under there in the dryer. Like... You'll be sitting there, you'll just hear something hit the dryer.
That makes sense.
Oh, you know about the box that fell earlier?
No. Remember the story they said?
Oh, yeah.
The
Bambi was standing right there at the sink doing dishes.
Yeah.
And one of them little dollar store trucks come flying from over there at her head and just narrowly missed.
Damn.
That's the most energy consumed appliances in your house is your washer and dryer. And that's what they use to manifest. That's just speculation, but that's a known thing, right? So that could be why it happened.
Between that and Charlotte's room are the only two places. Well, I mean, when I first moved in here and I was laying in my bed, I think I'd been here maybe a month. Maybe.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people might misinterpret things as being haunted. I do.
I was laying there and I saw something walk by my door and never saw it again.
See, these are those things that I be talking about, right? I'm not going to lie to you. The fact that this TV is going ham right now is kind of tripping me the fuck out.
Right there.
Right.
What the hell? Okay.
Right. All right. So, listen. Chill. All right. Chill. I don't know what the fuck that was.
You
but
know
it had
what?
to
This
be
was
some
supposed to
shit.
be an anniversary special, but
Yo,
this shit just turned into fucking ghost stories, campfire stories.
But,
campfire song.
So,
Nobody warned me that when you have a little girl, a little girly girl at that, it's Disney songs and SpongeBob. That is her obsession.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I do want to build a snowman.
just be glad that it ain't fucking Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I do have to listen to that too.
Oh,
when she was younger, it was all Mickey Mouse Clubhouse 24/7. That and Coco Melon.
That's my theme song when somebody orders a hot dog at work. I'd be like,
hot dog, hot diggity
dog. Your problem solved. Hot
Come
dog,
inside, it's fun inside.
Yeah, no, that makes it weird. Sorry, it makes it weird.
Maybe I want to make it weird.
Because usually what's ordering hot dogs is kids.
The look Sean gave me was perfect.
Did you not hear what was coming out of my mouth? I said,
I heard that afterwards.
What orders hot dogs is kids.
The tiny humans.
Yeah. Or octo dogs. Cut the bottom up and 8 legs.
Octodogs.
Yeah, hot dog.
Listen, we are
halfway. Cut it in half. Roll it. Cut it in half.
That is not
What
what
the
I was
hell are you
picturing.
feeding? The date from the boys?
Yeah.
Nah, dude, I was picturing literally Lexi's head on a fucking octopus body.
Lexi.
I was literally Octodog. That's what I was picturing right there.
What was that, bro?
Fucking tentacles, man. It's a fucking octopus dog, man. The fuck you expect?
Oh shit!
I ain't got 8 of the shits, man. Just
You got 10 fingers. You only need 4. You could have done that. You didn't
no,
have to go
because then it's back to the damn ghost
This
story.
man was over here like belly dancing and shit.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I mean, you might make some money off of it.
It's a good point, y'all. This might turn into
Actually, it's back
Magic
to it.
Manny.
But, yeah. No.
Shit.
No. Oh God, no.
There's
Yo.
kids in here.
Yes. Stop it.
Okay, it's not here anymore, but still.
Stop. Yes, they're not in it.
Don't,
Stop.
don't. Let's not invoke
No nip.
them.
No nip. No nips. No nips. They don't deserve nip. No nip. Okay, no nip. We agree on the no nip, right? We agree on the no nip. No nip.
He's gonna fucking do it.
No, I'm not.
Just
If I was going to do it, I'd have done it by now. If Trey was here, it would have already happened.
Oh, if Trey was here, that would have been the first second. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Chucklers Undercover.
we're gonna have
You found it by accident.
we're gonna have to have a nipple exclusive. A nips exclusive.
Nips exclusive. Now, what in the
Nips
fuck
exclusive.
is a Nips exclusive?
It's
This
gonna
sounds
literally.
like
The episode's gonna start with a close-up pan of each of our nipples.
Hey.
Would y'all be okay with that? Just know.
Let's
It might
not-
go up on OnlyFans later.
Yeah, I'm not making OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.com/the Chucklers. Could you imagine
And it's just our
what kind of bullshit
Yes.
content we would come up
Yes.
bunch of titties everywhere.
Yes.
Bunch of man titties.
with? Bunch of man titties.
Yes.
And, like, no, it's not even going to be nudes. It's going to be us, like, picturing our fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you see my tattoo on my arm right here.
There you go.
See Ditto King's ear?
What?
Got a Ditto King on his ass?
Lies. Yeah.
I would just take a Sharpie and write your name.
So funny story. We went to Golden Corral day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I got the buffet. All right, sit down. Nice lady come in. She had a kid. Nice set of boobs. It's hard not to see him. It was hard not to. She put him out there for a reason, right?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Trying to attract
So-
daddy.
Right. And so we sit in the corner over about like the closest to the side of the building closest to the highway, right? I don't know if you've been there. Little building now. It ain't the big building no more. It's that little building.
The one in Shelby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
moved
yeah,
from
yeah.
KFC to a little further down.
Yeah.
Well, it's the little building now. We went far left side over in the corner by the closest to the fucking highway. Right? We're sitting there in the corner, eating our food. I get about halfway done with my plate, and his family comes in. It's cool. Nice people. Introduce themselves. I've never understood why people feel the need to walk over to the person that's next to them, introduce
I
themselves.
would never do that.
No, dude. I was like, well, Stan, nice to meet you. Not sure why you're coming over here to introduce yourself when we're having dinner and you're having dinner. It seems like you could just stay in your space. We'll stay in our space. And we could treat this like it's home dining, right? I'm in my kitchen, my dining room. You're in your dining room. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't know why you come over
What
here
you're supposed to do.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I felt like that was, again, I don't know. This is weird shit, right? The past couple of days have been weird, especially with yesterday. And so we're sitting there, and Stan and his wife, and they're nice people. Like I say, I'm not mad. Stan, if you're if you random
Somehow
ass
come across
motherfucker that was at the place and sees this, I'm sorry if I offend you. I'm not meaning to anyway.
No, he's not.
Really not. But I was like, okay, so this guy introduced him. Oh, you're fine, just don't worry about it. He's like, we're sorry about if the kids are too loud, we don't mean it. I was like, dude, it's fucking children, right? I don't care about your kids being loud, bro. They're kids. That's what they're going to do. Now, what I do care about, right, is we're sitting there eating, and the wife comes in, and she sets down a baby, and the little baby is at the end of the table, like, right in front of me. And I'm like, okay, this family, and as the dude's introducing himself, and he goes to turn and walk away, I look over, and this kid, and I'm like, the fuck did I do?
The kid was ready to fight your ass.
Dude, he was stink facing me, bro.
Tito's Hawaiian
Tito's
Stank Eye?
Hawaiian Stink Eye, dude.
Oh.
He was like,
Do I need to get the tiny human here to stink eye you?
and no, please don't. Please don't. It'll be
I'll
nice.
call for it.
See, because it was crazy because I'm like, this little dude's staring at me, bro. He's like, all right. The mom gets his attention with the food. He goes back. He's over here. Damn, give me that chicken tender, man. I'm like, all right, eat your shit, little dude. Well, he don't really look at me again, but that's because, mom's kind of keeping him occupied. Well, I finished my plate. This is where it gets even more. I've never been so scared in my life, all right? So I get done with his plate, and I'm like, I'm going to go get me some more. Go get me some steak and some other shit. I fell off at a Bourbon Street in a chicken, by the way. Bourbon Street chicken at Golden Corral is nasty now. It's like over-seasoned teriyaki chicken. It's nasty. So I'm like, I only want this tomorrow. I get that, and I get a couple other things. I'm coming back to the table, and as I set my plate down, I got this intense urge that I had eyes watching me. And when I sit down and I turn around, it's that kid. I'm like, bro, what did I do to you? Like, what did I do to you, bro? Like, I didn't do anything to you, kid. Why are you sizing me up? And I looked at my nephew, and he's like, looking at the kid, too. The kid ain't never looked at my nephew. My nephew's been looking at the kid more than I have. Right? And I'm like, you see this dude? Like, I commend this guy. He's got balls, bro. Like, he's squaring up to my big ass. Like, I'm so scared.
My 4-year-old in there squared up to you.
I know, but see, I wasn't that scared. I'm talking about I was pure.
She really is fearless.
Right. I wasn't scared. It's just I could see the relentlessness in that one.
She's
But
fearless
this little baby had the essence, bro. He had the look, and I just knew if I fucked up the wrong way, he was going to be on my ass. I knew it. Because as soon as I sat down, all right. The mom caught him staring at me and got his attention, and he looked at her with a stink face, and she busted out laughing. She's like, because she's laughing like, dude, you're looking at this dude with the meanest looking face you could ever have. What is wrong with you? He picked up a carrot and started eating it and smiled at me and waved. And I'm like, all right, that ain't creepy at all.
You know what? That actually unlocked a memory of mine.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
This is not a bit, by the way.
Okay.
The last story was totally a bit. This one's not a bit. This is also Golden Corral, but this was a lot longer ago. This was
okay.
early 2010s.
So this is going to be good.
So I was out with, I'm not going to say who they were, but it was a couple and their friend, okay? And
Fourth wheeling?
pretty much.
Okay.
But me and their friend, we were the only single people there. I think there might have been another couple involved. I don't fully remember. Either way, this friend, she was 10 years older than me, also single, but was super creepy, okay?
Oh.
And spent the entire thing silent. Did not say a word.
Sage, like white sage burning creepy, fishnet sage burning creepy.
Why y'all do this?
More like virgin nerd who can't talk to a man creepy.
Okay.
Okay, so she she spent the entire time. This was not a date, mind you, okay? Not a date.
Right.
I did not know this person. I don't remember her name, but she
I heard Fussel. What's going on? Whoa.
he's sicking the little
You
one.
didn't do it? Did you sick the kid on me? Chris!
Uh-oh.
I got my
This
dukes
is
up.
live on the podcast. Oh, no.
I'm getting attacked. I gotta fight back.
Yeah, so this chick, not a date, mind you. This chick was just staring at me, just straight up, just wide-eyed, as she was eating.
Oh.
I don't think she blinked. Man.
The unblinkers are the weirdest ones.
And I'm sitting here eating. She's not saying shit.
This is
She Everybody else is having their own conversations. I'm not an active part of this conversation because I'm just kind of just fucking there, right? If she's just sitting there, listen, I have never been unawkwarded.
Unawkwarded?
Out awkwarded.
Out awkward?
I've never been out awkwarded until this point, right? Ever in my life. So she's just eating her shit.
Eating her shit, huh?
Eating her shit. Staring at me as I'm
Was
eating
it
my
brown?
shit. Huh?
Was it brown? Green? You said eating her shit.
Homie.
Candy
But
bar,
no, that
everybody.
reminded me of that, having that awkward, like, stare down at a Golden Corral.
Snickers.
Remember that time at Golden Corral for my 18th birthday? Yeah, my 18th
Yes!
birthday?
And we dressed up.
Brian Fife, Miranda.
Yeah.
Fuck Miranda. You and Dad,
Yeah.
and that one chick
It-
hit on you.
Yeah, your dad was
God.
the only one dressed normally.
Well, the rest of us were dressed up.
Yeah, she
Amanda
who
was
shall
in a
not be,
dress.
she who shall not be named was in a dress. You were in a button-up shirt and a tie and shorts.
It was in the middle of summer.
But it was tucked into the shorts, right? Like, it didn't look right.
When does anything I ever wore look right?
You
I
look
mean,
like
right now I'm in
fucking
khaki
Dwight
shorts and a tank top that had Spider-Man on it.
Homie, you look like fucking Dwight Schrute at fucking summer camp. I forgot you had that. Anyways. Yeah, and I had a... I remember exactly what I wore, man. It was a,
Wasn't it like
it was a purple velvet blazer. And it was a button-up, button-up black
blazer.
shirt. Button-up black shirt.
Fuck with that.
Nice
too?
ass fucking pants, dress shoes.
What color pants, man?
I think they were black.
I think they were black, yeah.
What?
But they were nice, man. That shit was.
No.
What'd that chick call you? Or what Dad called you afterwards?
She said I looked amazing.
And Dad called him something.
Oh yeah, he would not stop. He was like legit pushing me big time to go back in there and get her number.
Hell yeah, he was, and should have. Granted, nobody talks to Dad anymore. Dad don't have nothing to do with it.
I had no, as the kids say today, I had no riz, right? Whatever the fuck that means.
Right? I have
So-
no idea. Maybe we should call the
That's-
11-year-old in here. Maybe she can
Is that a
tell
thing?
us.
I thought you would have known. I thought you was fucking beaming with whatever the fuck.
I mean, I'm in the now, but I don't know all the now. Fuck,
we
the
do
now
like-
changes every fucking week.
That's
It's
fair. That's
it's worse than fucking draws.
Dude, it was Hawk Tua like 2 weeks ago.
Right, and now all of a sudden you got Hawk Tua who's out here giving these interviews talking about, oh yeah, no, none of that was even real. I'm none of that. And it's like,
Yeah,
bro.
apparently she got offered Playboy and turned them down. And
Yeah,
I believe it.
yeah.
I absolutely believe
So I mean,
it.
it's like that shit there is.
Spit on that thing.
I'll tell you the meme that I did like though. Was the little girl, can I pet that dog? That shit was funny as fuck.
it
Girl,
was-
that's a fucking bear.
Dude, Robert come up all the time at work. And he'd just come up to me, hey, can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
The fact that it took those people that long to identify that there was a fucking bear in your front yard. What the fuck?
Oh, no, no, they knew. They were like telling her, they were pulling her away, like, no, don't go, get away from that. And she was like going up to the railing.
Can I pet that dog? That mama. Go ahead. You gonna miss an arm.
I mean, all them women
Hell.
picked the bear over the man, so I mean, fuck it. I didn't even know.
I'm
things
just
even
disappointed in
exist.
humanity on that one.
Like after I started seeing that shit, I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" I had to Google it.
Like, I get it,
No.
but that's...
Yeah, to an extent, yeah.
I mean, 'cause some guys out there are just unpredictable as fuck.
No.
Then you got morons like us three.
Yeah.
We're so unpredictable. We're predictable.
Oh,
You
yeah,
get what
dude,
you get.
totally.
You're gonna get some dumb shit.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just it's.
You can find 12 years worth of it on youtube.com/the Chucklers LP. That's all one word, the Chucklers LP. Or you can just look up the Chucklers and you'll find a few hundred videos there.
Future Matt, don't
Right
be a
here,
fucking
right
slack.
now.
Put the link.
Oh well, future Matt. It's just present Matt.
No,
all my
no.
editing's right here.
No. All right. Well, present Matt, put the link.
Do I need to get the toddler to come here and whoop your ass now?
No.
Listen. Don't.
She's got some hands.
Dude,
She's got massive hands.
I know.
Like, you just seen the bombardment, man.
I've seen it so many times.
Fear the fussle.
I taught her that.
Right. You know how you feared the fussle?
Dude, no, I think you about got DBF'd. Death by female.
Yeah.
Death by baby
Exactly.
Chris.
Oh dear God. Oh man, that's. I
Y'all
don't envy the
understand.
position you were in.
I got. Well, no, yeah.
They saw it.
I got bombarded.
It was worse.
It was intense. I come out okay, but I lost.
I wouldn't necessarily say unscathed, more like semi-scathed.
I had
you
to
know?
call off the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to put the leash on it and just.
I came here and said, Charlotte, come on, girl. It's done.
Yeah. See, and
She come over here and gave me hugs after she beat up her uncle.
That's true. I synced it.
it happens, man. You got to take one for the team sometimes. You take a beat. Teach them something.
Shit.
Had
Oh,
to make
man.
Charlotte do the woosah.
Yeah, see, it works.
See,
Woosah.
normally, because we have what they call in the podcast game segments, right? And we went through one segment. It was like a 45-minute long segment, but we got through it. We got through it. Hey, we told the story, right?
And we didn't die.
Honestly, normally, like that would probably have been a good story for our next segment, the what the fuck moment. However, the what the fuck moment just happened here just about 5 minutes ago.
What the fuck, dude? Out of nowhere, just. It was intense, bro.
I mean, my child's a monster.
And unfortunately, because we're not a very good podcast, that concludes the segments. So I guess continue. Fuck,
I don't know.
I'm not.
The segments? Fuck the segments. We're on this bitch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that concludes the segment because I don't have a segment. We used up the segments. The segments are all fucking gone, dude.
Your mom.
Welcome to the new segment, the Chucklers Unleashed. Whoa,
Did we just invent a segment?
we did.
Holy fuck!
Fucking yeah, bro.
Oh, fuck yeah! Yeah!
Ah!
We should have missed
So has
that.
anybody seen? Has anybody seen the little video of the kids on YouTube that be like fucking out there reading their phones, fucking rapping and shit?
No.
All right, like they this group of good dudes that think they Eminem, Drake,
Oh, Lord.
Kanye, and fucking Fabo or some shit, because they be out there in the hood. Well, I ain't gonna say in the hood. That shit ain't even the hood. They standing in front of a fucking dumpster rapping. Like, who the fuck? I've seen
That's
rappers.
what you call the trash.
Right. And it's like, it's just funny. So I thought I'd bring that up because, listen, I don't know who you guys are. Been doing this a little bit of time. You ain't funny. And you damn sure don't sound good. Please.
Do yourselves a favor.
See,
No, I'm pretty sure they do it so that they could get that bad publicity. Because the problem with modern day people these days, and this is kind
you're
of
getting the wrong
shot.
kind of bad.
Yeah, like not all fucking like not all of your attention and not all of your what is the word I'm looking for here? Not all of your
publicity?
publicity. Yeah, not all publicity
It's good.
is good.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Look at the
right?
Island Boys.
Oh
Okay,
my
see,
God.
I actually don't. People have this like preconceived notion that I don't like rap, and for a long time that was the case. But I've actually come around to it. Right? I
Yeah.
actually kind of do like rap.
He has. I can throw him
little
a
bit.
couple of songs and he can be like,
It's true.
I vibe with this.
It's true. However,
So-
there is one subgenre of rap that I fucking can't stand. All right.
The mumbles?
Mumble rapping, all right? Now, see, here's the thing. When I grow up, I don't want to be a mumble rapper. That shit's been overplayed, overdone. I want to be the world's first stutter rapper, all right? I want to have the first hit on the charts.
What about a candy wrapper?
My boss at work wants to be Lil Hoodvent.
You'd be a candy wrapper named Little Reese.
Lil Reese.
My stage name be Curly French Fry.
Damn. Hershey got in the wrong game.
Okay, stop it.
God, that's funny.
This is that was. We're sorry.
No, we're not.
No, I'm
That was
not.
terrible.
I'm fucking
That was
sorry.
terrible.
We're about as sorry as Fussel's face.
Wow. It only took an hour and 15 minutes, and we're already down to the personal attacks, you fat fuck.
Listen here, Skinny McGee.
Skinny McGee, I got a fucking beard gut now.
Hell, at this point, I might be about skinnier than him.
Homie, I think you might be the skinniest one now, which is saying something. Actually,
Why
that
did you
brings...
have to do that?
No, because the thing was, so this being the anniversary video here, it's time we actually talk about Chuckler memories, all right? Because this is
Okay,
one that
okay.
stands out to me, all right?
Okay.
And all three of us were in this video. And look it up. It's on this channel.
You mean the one with like an AT&T tower?
No, that's also on this channel, but not that video, no.
It
was-
on Dad's couch. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
It was leaning.
that was our very first video, was it not?
Yes. That was
Okay.
one where we sat here and introduced ourselves, talked about what we were going to do in the channel, which we didn't really do much of
We didn't
what
do
we
much.
said.
Well, it turns out it's really fucking hard to film, edit, and write and think of ideas all the time. Turns out content creation's fucking difficult. So yeah, no, that didn't happen.
I mean, and if you think about it, just that aspect right there, just the idea of having things that are kind of within a certain strict rule set of guidelines, it gets really hard to come up with topics at that point.
Yeah.
Because you got to kind of you can't just, okay, today we're going to talk about this, that, and that, and then the next time you have that same episode of something, you got to talk about something completely different. Ain't got no actual, like, topic, motive, or direction. It's just whatever you want to talk about. And that's the best kind. But the problem is that can also be the ones that just don't really hit on nothing.
And that was the thing. Like, when we first started, it was just Let's Plays, really.
Yeah.
Like, we had occasional videos like this where it was us on the couch talking, like, pretty much just like this.
Mainly that would come whenever we would miss something, though.
Or it would be like an update video,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
something
before the undercovers. Like, once the undercovers became a thing, that kind of replaced that format.
Yeah.
But, no, my favorite memory of you, though, on Chucklers might be my favorite YouTube Chucklers memory. And it was Drunk Sonic for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
11 years ago now. Can you believe that?
Oh, shit.
Because I had just turned 21 like 2 months before this happened. And we were... we wanted to do something special for it, but we didn't know exactly what. And I saw it was another channel. Unfortunately, I don't remember who, but they were doing a game where every time they died in the game, they have to take a shot of whiskey.
We drunk a lot back then.
We sure did.
I drunk a lot back then.
We all sure did. But we don't have that kind of tolerance anymore.
Nah, well, I mean, I don't have the tolerance, but I can still put down that. It's just I ain't going nowhere.
Pretty much.
I'll be right here.
I'm pretty much useless for the rest of the
I
day.
won't be able to hold myself.
And Denise has
down.
done told me I'm not allowed to have rum after WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, no, that...
I drink too much when it comes to rum. And I love rum.
Rum's my favorite,
Yeah.
but...
Yo, I figured this is something else that we all three have in common. My rum is me, just because my heritage is pirates. And,
I just love the taste of rum.
I do too. Like,
come to find out, Vikings, pirates, pretty much rum has been around for a very, very long time. A very long time.
but this particular night wasn't rum. It was Hypnotic, right?
Hypnotic, yes.
We bought 2 bottles of Hypnotic.
It's not a good
Was it, or was it Hypnotic and Hennessy and we drank the Incredible Hulk?
No, that was in Asheville.
That was in Asheville, yes.
That was
okay,
Asheville
yeah.
in the hotel room. That's a
Oh,
whole
yeah,
other
the 2
story.
bottles of Hypno, yeah.
That was actually the last Let's Play we ever did was that night where we had the Incredible Hulks and we did Stanley Parable.
Oh, dude, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was the last Let's Play we ever did. And then we went to Twitch after that, and we did another like 5 or 6 years on Twitch.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good times. And
It was good.
like this particular one though, I played through Sonic 1. I did the whole game all the way through, and I think it was 3 or 4 parts. It's episodic on YouTube, so if you gotta find it, it's multiple videos.
Is that even the proper way to say that word? Episodic?
Yes.
Yeah, it is actually.
It just sounds weird, don't it?
Well, we say
Episodic?
episode, but we
Well,
don't
when
say
you, like, talk about
episodic.
when you talk about series, it's episodic
Yeah.
episodes.
Why does that just sound like fucking like
Michael Cole told me that word. It's the longest running weekly episodic television show in history.
It runs almost as long as Triple H's nose.
Are you making fun of me?
Sorry.
No, let me fucking finish.
I've been trying to figure out a way
sorry.
to do a nose joke, and it was the first one I could get.
Oh, I knows. So,
Go ahead.
so I'm attempting to play through Sonic 1. It wasn't even the Genesis version. It was the Saturn version. It was Sonic Jam because I brought the Genesis over.
I'm struggling to keep it together over here. I'm sorry. I'm struggling.
Because I remember it was fucked up because the Genesis almost caught on fire, right? It was like the wall outlet thing, the adapter, yeah. It was like burning plastic smell. And so at the very last minute, I was like, well, fuck, okay, I got to go back home and we got to go and swap it out. So we went back home. You took me home. We went, grabbed the Saturn, came back, plugged it in, and so we did it. And we had 2 bottles set up. You had some too, but it was mostly me. And I remember we didn't even get out of the first stage in the game, and I'd already had 3 shots. And it's not particularly, Hypnotic's not particularly strong.
No, it's a creeper.
But yeah, it's a
It's a
creeper. When you
creeper.
have so many, it's deceptive.
After about 4 shots,
You start to feel it, and once you feel hot face, you know the tingly hot face.
The
With
worst part.
Hypnotic, once you feel that, it's too late.
you're done.
Because if you drink anything after that, which is you ain't gonna feel it until all of a sudden it's 3, 4, 5 shots in, and you're gonna be like, oh no, yeah, what's about to happen is you're gonna get fucked.
Well, this is a spoiler for that series, by the way. So if you haven't seen it, please watch it. But this is spoiling the end of it a little bit. So, 13 shots was the total that I had over that playthrough. I'll never forget that. And it was like shot number 10, I think, was when I got sick.
Oh, yes.
And like the thing was, I stressed so hard going into it. Like I knew that once the labyrinth zone, I was so fucking worried about that because that's the water stage and it's like the hard stage.
It's the water temple of Sonic.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I got through the entire stage, all 3 acts, without dying once, which I'd never done that before, and probably not even since. But the next stage, which is like the easiest stage in the game besides the first one, I died like 6 times, 7 times. Like, it was
Needless
fucked
to say, it
up.
was the easiest, but when you add in a couple shots of alcohol, even easy can become quite hard.
Yeah, but it was fucked up because, yeah, no, I finished the game, but I never wanted to attempt that ever again after that. That was a one and done idea.
Was that because you got sick though?
No, it had to do with the humongous fucking hangover I had the next day.
See, I've never had that problem. I
I've
don't
only
have
had a couple
hangovers.
I've had a few.
Remember when I tried to play Call of Duty while drunk?
Remember when I did City Escape drunk and I
Dude, the
completely
only time
blacked
I've
out and
ever
forgot
had
it?
a fucking hangover, I have actually had pneumonia.
Wow.
I
Remember
felt
the-
sick, and everybody was like, "It's a hangover," and it lasted for 4 days. And then I went to the doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, you've got double pneumonia." What?
Remember the
Jesus.
remember the gaming hut?
Oh, I miss the gaming hut
When
so
Fussell
much.
burnt me?
Yeah.
When did he burn? What?
He went to go switch hands, and when he did, he
Oh, with
caught
the
my arm.
oh cigarette.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I drunk liquor after the beer. And I got so sick
My
that
most
person
profound memory, man, was the fucking burnt Pop-Tart, bro.
Portal. Part 4, to be exact.
Oh, my burnt Pop-Tart, bro.
Yeah, that was
That
our
shit was
first
beautiful.
Let's Play, and it's on there. It's on YouTube.
Smelled
We,
amazing. It looked like shit. It was.
It did
black
not smell
Pop-Tart.
amazing, dude.
It
Made
did.
me want a fucking Pop-Tart.
It made the house smell like
Yeah, have
s'mores.
any?
Yeah.
How can you be mad at the fact? I'm mad at the fact that I burnt a perfectly good Pop-Tart. All right, I'm not mad at the fact that his house smelled like s'mores for a week.
Dude, that shit was not. It did not smell good. It smelled awful.
Did it
That
smell
shit-
like? Did it smell bad, or
I
did it
don't
smell?
remember it.
It smelled
Dude,
pretty
it smelled
bad.
like
dude.
s'mores to me. I
Dude,
felt
I
like
drunk
No,
so
it was-
much
it
back
was-
then, I don't remember anything.
fair.
No,
I've
it
had-
was
yeah.
like
I've had yeah. Yeah, I hate those.
Like between you guys and Trey, I was drunk all the fucking time. Before I moved out of Dad's and moved up to Marion for those couple months.
I don't. There is a
Yeah.
good Trey story that I could tell. Has the statute of limitations passed on this? I wonder, because it might technically be a crime.
Which one?
The gun.
Well, that was before I moved out of Dad's. I moved
Yeah.
out of Dad's right before I turned 21. So
It's
that
been
was-
over a decade.
Yeah, I was about to say it was like 11 years ago because I'll be 32 next week.
Yeah. Okay,
Not next
so.
week with the following.
Do you want to go ahead and tell that story? Fuck it. Okay, so. This was a night that we recorded
going
Chucklers.
in.
Still don't know how the hell Dad didn't hear it, Mama didn't hear it, nobody didn't hear it.
Okay, so our friend Trey, who I wanted to be a Chuckler, but never actually appeared, as far as I can.
He's
remember.
too cool to be like us.
He's special.
He's a gun nut, and
Yeah.
he had this 1911 that
Still has it.
still I'm sure he does. That he would flash all the time, or not flash like pull it out, or not like that, but he was proud of this gun. He loved to show people this gun. And we were drunk. We had several beers. He would bring the case of beer with him. Sorry, and
You good?
and he would drink most of them. We'd have a couple. You might have like 2 or 3. I'd have like 4 or 5.
Most of the time it was Budweiser or Bud Light.
It was Budweiser this time, and he had like 8.
Wait, Platt.
I've drunk a lot of Platinum, but Trey would normally bring
Do you
Budweiser.
have a platinum?
I still have the ones from Mania.
I could have swore he said he was the reason you started drinking Platt.
He was.
Once I finish this,
That's what I
is it
said.
okay
That's
if I
why I
get
said
it?
Platt.
Thank you.
Was this before they actually had Platt? Like that?
No, it was after. Because my very first beer was Platinum when I was 19 years old.
Okay.
I was
yeah.
at Michelle's house before she moved in with Mama next
I
door.
thought it was Platinum that he was like fucking head over heels for.
No, it was most of the time Budweiser.
Well, anyways, it was late at night. It was
know
probably
you were
about
big
what
on Platt.
11.
I still
Yeah.
am.
It was probably about 11 o'clock. Thereabout. It was
11,
late.
12, somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
it was
I'm a
late.
Mickey Ultra. I don't do the beer like that. I'd rather have liquor. Yeah, continue.
Your dad was in bed.
Dad was in the bed.
Your
door
grandparents
was
were
open.
across the road. Probably also in bed.
Bang!
Up in
No,
the air.
it wasn't in the air.
It was on that.
Bang!
No. Okay. So he took it apart just to show that he could take the gun apart.
Oh, yeah.
And as he was putting it back together, he forgot to unleash the fucking bullet in the chamber,
So what he did
and it
was
went off.
he took the hammer. Cause I remember this very well. Cause,
Oh, yeah,
'cause Matt
'cause
was
it-
sitting here.
Yeah.
On that bench, I was sitting up against the wall, and Trey was here, and Trey was putting the hammer back up, and it slipped
Yeah.
off his thumb as he was slowly moving the hammer back up so it wouldn't kick. And the hammer kicked, and it hit.
Literally like 2 inches from your foot. Like it was pretty
There was
gnarly.
a hole in the paint where you could see where the bullet had clipped Trey's thumb. He had blood all over his pants.
Yeah,
It was
it
a hollow
was-
point.
And as soon as the gun went off, Trey was just like, "All right, I'm gone."
Yep.
Took his shit, went in the truck, and drove off. Which the crime actually probably was. There's 2 crimes there because he was several beers deep and drove off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and yeah, he drove off.
Yeah, he drove off. That man drove. I took his keys one night.
Oh,
And
dude,
he
I
lined-
refused.
He lined my windowsill in my bedroom at Dad's. Lined
Yeah.
it with beer cans.
Yeah,
And I had passed
I
out
remember that.
and woke up to the Camaro cranking and driving off.
Dude, okay, so that was one time when we went to the walking track,
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
and yeah, I refused to because he was drinking. I refused to get in the car with y'all. I refused.
We rode down there. Matt walked.
And I
down there with us.
walked, yeah, and by the time I got there, I was ready to go the fuck back because I'd already walked, right? Like,
Dude, we did a lot of stupid shit when we were kids.
oh yeah. Do you remember? Because he was working at the Rite Aids at the time. When me and you walked around the town.
I do.
Yeah, and we went and visited him because we
Yeah.
were staying at his house.
Yeah.
Left, went to Rite Aid, and then we just kept walking. We went to the library and
Yo,
chilled
what
there.
were we doing that night?
I don't remember.
We were doing something.
We did all kinds of
I
different shit.
think it might have been Chucklers.
It was definitely a Chucklers episode we were doing that
It might
night.
have been our original.
Because we walked all the way around. We walked over to the library, over by the police station, walked to the fucking art museum, all the way down by that little
Could've been,
road before you go across the tracks back to your house. And then when we got there, you were at work. We went up there. Didn't we get pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We did get pizza. Yes. Yes.
And I think
I'm surprised I'm fucking remembering this shit, yo. As much fucking shit as I smoked.
As much as I've drank.
and remember the guy that
Fuck.
followed us?
Dude, he was creepy as fuck.
Yeah, he followed us and was like trying to sell us drugs.
Yeah, the road.
yeah,
like,
you know the
Mike's.
train tracks.
And
Yeah,
you walk by and
yeah.
you gotta go left and walk across the track. He followed us all the way down that fucking road by that little power conduit place thing there.
Mm-hmm.
I was legit about to turn around. I'm fucking be like, dude, you fucking go, bro. I am built for this shit, brother. Like, this is
Shit.
exactly what I'm here for. Fucking, we can throw down right here, but he offered me drugs, and I know at that point that he was probably just a fucking
Yeah. All
Meth
methed
head.
up.
oh man, that was just get out of here. Just keep walking. Don't even acknowledge the fucking dude.
Get out.
Get the fuck out of there. Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the gaming hut. That was a fun.
Remember talking about backhanded Trey? He kept throwing the fucking dip can at me going,
I don't
Redneck
remember
Ninja
that.
Star. He kept hitting me and said, dude, if you don't stop, I'm going to knock the fuck out of you.
I
He
don't
did it
remember
again.
that.
Wham!
And we were sitting there, I went, wham! Like right in the side of the head and knocked him over. And he got up and went, damn it, you knocked the fuck out of me.
I remember him falling out of the chair though.
And never did it again after that.
Yeah. Good.
I
Good on
knocked the fuck out of him.
him. Yeah.
I warned him.
Hey man, I tell you to leave me the hell alone. Leave me the hell alone. That's the
Don't
best I
hit
can do
them damn
about it.
back
Right?
again.
Stop fucking throwing your shit at me, dude. Like
And
we cool, but we ain't that cool. Like I mean, we bros. But you throwing something at me, and I told you stop, and then you throw it again and again and again and again. Yo, bro.
the vodka bow tie. That's another fun memory.
Did we have
It was Sonic Adventure, the end of Sonic Adventure. I think it was the Supersonic boss fight at the end of Sonic Adventure. We were doing that in the gaming hut, and I had the clip-on bow tie because that was all the rage at that point. And I had it, but I had a water bottle that I would sneak around, and I had vodka in it, like just straight fucking vodka in it. And I had the bow tie clipped around it, and it was just sitting there on the table. And that became a running joke for a while after that was anytime I'd have the bow tie and that bottle. Bow tie vodka. That's thunder.
so many good memories.
Oh yeah, that is definitely some thunder. Yo, bro.
We definitely gonna have to do another one. Of
We
these.
gonna have to.
Yeah. We're
You know?
we're already sitting at an hour 33.
Jesus Christ.
So we may have to do an episode 17.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm
And
down.
we need to get Alex involved with this one and get the entire group to tell stories.
Oh
And
yeah.
do a reaction video on some of these shit.
Of course. I did a reaction video 2 years ago, and it was one of the last live streams I did.
We
on
should do a
Twitch.
reaction video on the actual interview.
Oh, what?
You mean
college-
the,
Oh,
Chucklers
the
Tonight?
interview! Yeah!
Yeah.
Oh, let's
God.
talk about that before we end, because that's a fun story. So, I was in
I was
college.
stoned.
This was
Was
2015.
fucking lit when we did that, bro.
We all were. Well, you weren't, but
He wasn't.
you and me definitely
I was
were.
fucking stoned out of my mind. And
So-
I just listen. I just wish we would have done an uncut version. I
Well-
wish we could have done an uncut version.
We did that one pretty much exactly how we did this. It was live, with all the graphics and stuff
Well,
queued
yeah,
up.
but my problem with that one was we were all under the impression we had to tone our
Well, we did because it was a college
right,
project.
and so I would have loved to have had that same circumstance unfiltered. Because there was a lot of questions, like, in the very beginning, this is the most profound thing I could think of. I looked at Chris and said, so Skillet, where did you get your name, or who are you, and why the fuck should, or why should we care? I was going to be like, who the fuck are you? Why the fuck does it matter?
We could do interviews with each other.
We could bring that back, I guess, and have...
And we could use the woman I've been with for the last 3.5 years. That's never mind. That's
She could be the person. She could be the person asking the question.
Actually, I was gonna say y'all could interview her about me.
Because remember, after we got done with that,
Oh, we
dealt
could
with
do
me the
that?
last 3.5. Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm down for that.
It's terrifying.
yo, just be like. So, what's your profound memory of Closer Skillet? Oh, he's a fucking asshole. He's a dick. He fucking shits all over
Exactly what
everything.
you'd say. She loves me, but that's what you would say.
Damn, bro.
To be
what the
fair,
fuck
we
did
all
you do
already
last
know
night?
that.
Shit. Like, you'd be like, what the fuck did you do last night? She looked, you hear what the fuck she just had? What the fuck? You better do right. She about to fuck you
She's been
up.
putting up with me since April of 2021.
I have pity upon your soul.
On me or her?
But that was...
Both.
But back to the
Her
Chucklers
for putting
Tonight.
up with you and you for having to deal with women.
So
A
the
lot
thing
of-
with the Chucklers Tonight... We'll get to that when we get to it. Trust me. We're going to put a pin in that idea.
I'll let her know after this.
So, the Chucklers Tonight was a college project, and it was supposed to be me as the host. But, as the terms for the college thing, I had to run the switcher board, right? The thing controlling the broadcast.
Yes.
That was my job. So, I couldn't host it. So, I had to get him to host it. He was the guest. And I was in the control room because it was at the broadcast studio at the college because they have a legit working public access cable station with shows that filmed out of this. And so we used a set to one of those shows, which was a similar type of late night type of thing. Similar
Which
idea.
that set still remains.
I'm sure it
According
does.
to my nephew, it
I'm
still
sure it does.
remains.
Hell
Right
yeah.
where we were at. We're exactly there. Camera's still in the same spot.
So isn't your nephew a big Chuckler fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As a matter of fact, this is funny. I'll bring this up on the stream. He's actually talked about wanting to join us for some of this. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
the
talk-
only one he hasn't met, right?
I'll talk to him about it tonight.
Correct.
See what they
Yes.
say.
I'm
Next
good with
time, I will probably be bringing him with. He's like,
cool with
like, you remember the little shirt I was gonna get made?
Yeah.
That was his shirt. But
Oh, okay.
We should get shirts with the Chucklers. I'll put one on Charlotte.
we had one, but you know,
I
we
should have
still-
worn mine today.
I looked
need
for
one
mine.
for
I
Charlotte.
can't find
Yeah.
mine. I cannot find mine.
I have
But
one.
there's no
I don't
fucking
know.
way I'm fitting in it now.
Hell no.
No way. No way.
Well, to be fair, those shirts were made 9 years ago.
I mean, dude, go back and look at the video where I'm wearing that one. I was fucking small, dude. Like look at me now.
and yet
compared
you're
to that.
still the skinniest one out of all of us.
Well, I mean,
somehow.
but I am not small like I was then. There, I was just working at dough. I was starting to lose my weight, and I was starting to shrink. Now I'm way bigger.
Oh,
done a
you hear
lot.
that?
Yeah, it's starting to get worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's probably a good point to wrap this up.
well, I ain't sugar nor salt. So.
But hell, we'll probably get back in a few weeks.
It's gonna be fun. It was actually good doing this.
Would you say what 2-3 weeks would be okay?
2 weeks
Yeah.
from now is SummerSlam.
I'm aware of that, so we
I'll
can do a
have
week
to,
after
I'll
that.
have to do the. I don't know. This is my only this whole week I've been out of work,
Right.
and we start back Monday, Tuesday. So I don't know
We'll
what the
just have to
schedule.
plan
Off
around the
Monday?
schedules.
I'm off Mondays, but you're not.
My only off days are Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
Otherwise, I work Monday through
I'm
Friday.
sure if I need the day I can.
We just gotta make sure we
But
get
that just comes from
Yeah.
the fact that I'd have to make sure there's somebody to cover because I'm the only guy there.
Right.
It'll be me and the boss at my current gig, so
Right.
he'll be the morning shift, I'll be the nighttime shift, and I mean, I'd rather have it that way. That way, I know the people that matter actually get what the fuck they want. Not fucking-
All right. So
Anyway, yep.
any last words? Anything you want to say before we?
Fuck you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Ouch.
ain't shit, man. Get on out of here, bro. We'll catch
What?
you later. Don't.
Don't
We'll see
insult
you
the-
soon.
Yo, don't insult the audience.
Man, fuck that, bro.
Fuck them kids.
See you next time.
Later, fellas.